Hello Leo, and welcome to your 2016 astrological overview. I'm Taylor Cole, your personal astrologer. I want to start by talking about the eclipses that are taking place, because eclipses tend to give an overview of the theme and the direction of the year. We have 5 eclipses taking place this year, which is pretty unusual. Usually we have 4, 2 lunar eclipses, which are like blood moons, and then 2 solar eclipses, which is when the sun disappears. This year we have 3 lunar eclipses and 2 solar eclipses. The way that this is breaking down is the first 2 are happening in March, and then the last 3 are going to happen in August and September. So let's look at the first one. And by the way, solar and lunar eclipses affect you and Cancer the strongest because they involve the sun and the moon, and the sun is the ruler of Leo. So March 9th is the first of the eclipses. It is a solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, which is all about, for you, it's all about joint resources, money that you receive from other people as well. Has to do with just support, really, in general. So financial support, deep, intimate, emotional bonding as well. And then it does have to do with, like, fears. I see this playing out in a very financial way for most of you, as not only do we have the eclipse happening in that financial area, the one that has to do with joint finances, tax returns, loans, scholarships, things like that, but we also have Jupiter in the opposite sign, which is also a very financial part of your sky. And then we have Saturn also speaking to this eclipse. So it's a very busy eclipse. A lot of planetary energy is going to be focused in one eclipse. So big events are probably going to be happening for us all, but especially for Leo. I see the potential for new income sources, new ways of earning money that are not necessarily going to be from your standard 9-to-5 job, but rather going to be commission. You might find passive income sources, so maybe royalties, commission. All of this is very possible, and it really does have the potential to set you on the pathway to abundance, financially speaking, as well as there is an emotional aspect. There is the possibility to do some healing of some psychological past trauma that might have occurred. You might be looking into ways of overcoming this trauma. And then about 2 weeks later, March 23rd, we're having a lunar eclipse in Libra, where the moon is going to be in Libra, sun is going to be over in Aries. So this is going to be very much about seeing things for what they really are, as opposed to maybe what you thought they were. So this is a questioning of beliefs, letting go of old thought patterns, and seeing a higher understanding forming out of this releasing of old ways of thinking. It might have a spiritual or religious tone to it, because the sun will be in a part of the sky that is very spiritually inclined. It also has to do with travel and education. It's very higher minded. So the things that make you really question life, really, is going to be brought up right now. Sometimes we think things so much. We think them to be 100% factual, and the facts are really obscuring the truth. That's a quote that is from Maya Angelou. I believe she says, "There's a world of difference between facts and truth. Facts can obscure the truth." It's something along those lines, and it's very wise and very true. So you're going to be releasing the facts to see the truth, essentially. And then the next eclipse is going to be the second cycle of eclipses. So it's going to be over in August 18th. We're going to have a lunar eclipse happening in Aquarius, which is your opposite sign, and therefore is going to speak to your relationships. Now, there is a potential for Leos to see some big relationship changes. This can be, to be perfectly honest, this can be relationships ending. But at the very least, it will be restructuring of existing relationships. Now, sometimes a relationship is outdated and just needs to be changed, the dynamics. then sometimes a relationship is outdated and needs to end. It's all about taking whatever state your relationship is and making the proper corrections. Now, this can be romantic, this can be business partnership, this can be your closest friends. It's the people you consider a partner because you're so close to. All right, and then the next eclipse, is September 1st, and it is a solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. This is another financial event for you. This is going to be a new, something new is going to be happening in your finances. You might see a new opportunity to make money in a way that you did not make it before. This one will be speaking more to like a paycheck opportunity. The other one's kind of like maybe related to a bonus or something like that. This is going to be like maybe an increase in your finances through a paycheck, or, you know, it's going to be more of a regular occurrence, a regular income occurrence. That is very much going to be right around the beginning of September, but you'll be feeling it all through September. And then around the middle of September, September 16th, we're going to have a lunar eclipse, and the sun will still be in Virgo, but the moon will be in Pisces. So this is, again, finances. This is probably going to be relating to an end of a certain way of making money. The other financial events taking place are kind of new financial beginnings. This one is a financial ending. So you might see one source of income ending, but it will be in order to correct your path, align you with a better source of income, a better way of making money. So those are the eclipses for the year. We also have a lot of other things happening. So usually there are 3 Mercury retrogrades a year. This year we have 4. And we're pretty much opening the year with a Mercury retrograde. On January 4th, Mercury goes retrograde. It starts in the sign of Aquarius, which is your opposite sign, and it goes backwards into the sign of Capricorn, which is a sign that for you relates to your work, your daily routines, health practices. So the way that I see this playing out is likely you're going to be rethinking some relationship matters, but you're going to be questioning how this relationship fits into your daily life. Can you actually live together? Can you align with this person in a way that allows you to, you know, live the way you want to, do the things you want to, work the job you want to? It might be more related to business partnerships as opposed to romantic partnerships. So then it's going to be, do we work in a similar enough way to be paired up in a business? If it's relating to friendships, it might be a question of, you know, again, does this person live in a similar enough way? Is this person similar enough to me? You know, when you look at the details, when we write to-do lists in the morning, are there any similarities between them? Can we actually go along in the same way? That's the first Mercury retrograde. The next one is going to be April 27th to May 23rd, and it is happening in the sign of Taurus, which is the very, very top of your sky. And this is very much related to career, life purpose, legacy, things of that nature. So like the big direction of your life. This is going to be reconsidering your life direction. Are you living up to the big purpose that you think you are meant here to fulfill? That's one way that it's going to play out. But on more of a material, practical way, it's going to be questioning your current career path, questioning your job, finding out if this is working for you, if it's suited to however you want to, you know, be living your life. So is this job aligned with the way that I want my career to be? If it's not, then this is the time to consider maybe looking at another career path. Then the third Mercury retrograde is going to be August 29th to September 22nd in the sign of Virgo. Again, financial. So Virgo is a money area of your sky. And you're going to be rethinking money and income sources, You're going to be reorganizing your budget. You're going to be managing your money in a different way. You might see some disruptions happening in your money, but it's really just a way of rethinking how you make money, how you spend money, all of the above. It's also not the best time to make any big purchases, but it is a great time to maybe be looking over some of your old purchases for reference to find out what your budget should be. Like, look at your past purchases, figure out how much you were spending, figure out how much you should be spending in the future. If you do have to make a big purchase, just make sure to, read the fine print if you have to sign a contract over it. If you're buying a car, like, get the extra year warranty, all of that. Be just cautious about this sort of thing. And then the final Mercury retrograde is closing the year. So it's going to be December 18th to January 9th. And then this one is going to be happening in Capricorn, which is daily routines, health routines, work. Like we talked about that earlier. It's that same area of the sky. It's going to be starting there, but it's going to be going from there to Sagittarius, which is more about the joys of life, the fun things, the things that you look forward to doing. This really is going to be questioning if your day-to-day life is fun enough for you. That's really should be a question that we all ask, because there are so many opportunities always. You just have to be creative and you have to find them. Now, of course, sometimes it's harder to change your situation. That is very true. But right now, if you're a Leo, this year is going to give you an opportunity to rethink your daily life, and you might be able to restructure it in a way where you can have more fun. And even if you can't change like your work, you can reorganize your life in a way that is more enjoyable for you. We also have a Mars retrograde occurring in the sign of Sagittarius is where it's going to start, but it's going to go back into the sign of Scorpio. This is, again, going to be related to the joys of life and fun and creativity, but it's going to go back into a part of your sky that has to do with your home, has to do with your origin and your family and your roots. So this likely could be related to using your creativity to make some improvements on your house. You might find you're going to be painting your home or doing something like, creative. Like you're going to be using your creative faculties to create a home that is more in alignment with how you desire it to be. It also could be a time that you are working to increase the value of your home. So do put in the energy. So that's going to be April 16th to July 1st is Mars is going to be moving through that area of the sky. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video gives you an overview of 2016. Again, you're going to get more information as the months go along, and I'm going to be doing the monthly horoscopes. I also offer written daily and weekly horoscopes that you can find on my website, taylorcole.com. I put links of them on Twitter, Google+, Facebook as well. And I love interacting with you, so commenting, liking, sharing, it just means so much to me. And I always do try to get back as soon as I can. So enjoy 2016 and let me know how all of this relates to you.